Hey folks, Mobile Geezer here with this week's installment of Geezer Bits for February 11th, 2018. So the biggest news this week was SpaceX's Falcon Heavy test launch. So Falcon Heavy is the world's most powerful rocket ever launched into space, and it can carry double the payload of anything that's ever been launched before. It was considered a very successful launch. First two of the rocket boosters landed right back at Cape Canaveral, and they landed just about at the same second. It was pretty awesome to watch. The next stage was the main stage rocket was supposed to land on a ship in the ocean, but I gather it missed by about 100 meters, so that landed in the ocean. Then the next part was the second stage rocket with Elon Musk's own Tesla Roadster on board. It had a mannequin called Starman in the driver's seat, which was intended to end up in orbit around Mars. I gather they had a slight miscalculation, so what they're saying now is it should go out past the sun and maybe just stay out in space for years. But all in all, SpaceX is achieving things that no one or no country has ever done. And they're very successful at what they're doing, and I hope that success continues for them. Next up, Apple's HomePod speaker launched this week at $350. Meant to compete with Google Home, Amazon Alexa, and Sonos. There's plenty of reviews out there already on YouTube, and it seems like the general impression is it's just not worth the money, and it's just not ready for prime time. Most are saying wait for upgrades or updates, but it's just not worth buying right now. Also this week, Nest officially became a part of Google as they finalized that deal, and as I said last week, it looks like Google is really serious about being a hardware manufacturer. And the not so good news this week is for HTC. Their latest earnings report came out and it wasn't good. I gather year over year it was a little bit worse than last year, even though myself and a number of others picked the HTC U11 as the phone of the year. Didn't do much to help HTC. So hopefully their deal with Google, where they ended up receiving, I think it was $400 million, will add to those coffers, and they'll be able to put that money to good use to get them out of the doldrums that they've been in, and they still are in, obviously. Next up, Amazon Prime will remove lock screen ads from all the Amazon Prime phones. Up until now, you could get a cheaper phone if you were a Prime member if you took the lock screens with the Amazon Prime phones. Well, they won't be putting lock screens on them anymore, and they'll even remove the ads for those who've already bought the Amazon Prime phones with a software update. So that's pretty cool news. Next up, the Galaxy S9 news. As I reported last week, that'll be debuting in Barcelona on February 25th. Well, this week we found out the colors that the S9 are going to come in, and you've got quite a variety. Looks like midnight black, silver titanium, orchid gray, ocean blue, and maple gold. So all in all, a nice color lineup for those that are excited for the S9. In my last piece of news this week, looks like the Huawei P20 and P20 Plus are going to feature 3 main cameras. Anyway, that's the latest rumor, and there's some renders to support that, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, if the rumors are true. And also the P20 Lite may have an iPhone-like notch up front, according to what was seen in the FCC filings. So it looks like there'll be 3 P20 variants a P20, a P20 Plus, and a P20 Lite. It looks like the aspect ratios will be 16:9 and 18:9, and of course the Lite. Supposedly it's going to be more than a month before we see them, because invites have gone out for a March 27th event, but then others have been told that they'll be launching at an MWC. So either way, we'll have to wait and see if it's at MWC this month or next month in March. So that's all I have for this week. Sorry that I only got one video up this week. My plan was yesterday to go out and do some filming with the OnePlus 5T and the LG V30, and it just poured rain all day here yesterday. I never got out and did any filming, so hopefully I'll get something out for those two flagships by Tuesday. So that's it for me this week. As always, comments are welcome, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.